From Hollywood, it is the Newlyweds. Here are today is Newlyweds. Couple number 1 exchanged their vows 3.5 weeks ago, Rosalind and Kevin Tate. Couple number 2 tied the knot 2.5 months ago, Christy and Jeff King. Couple number 3 walked down the aisle 2 months ago, Carlina and Alan Smith. And couple number 4 traded rings 1 month ago, Kelly and Jeff Brown. And now, here is the star of the Newlywed Game, Bob Eubanks. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Newlywed Game. We are so glad you could join us today. Couples, are you ready to play this game? Well, if you are, I will tell you what we are going to do. First of all, we are glad to have you here, and I am going to start the show off by asking the husbands some questions. In order to do that, the ladies must go off to our soundproof area. Would you please do that? And while the ladies are leaving, I would like to remind our husbands I will be asking you some 5-point questions. I want you to answer these questions as you predict your wife will answer the same question if she returns. Now, remember, if her answer matches your prediction, you get 5 points. The one couple with the most points at the end of the show will win a fabulous second honeymoon. So, gentlemen, if you are ready, here is our first 5-point question. Tell me, gentlemen, lately, when it comes to your wife's sex drive, will she say, you wish she would turn it on, turn it down, turn it around, or turn it off? Jeff Brown. Easy. That is definitely turn it on. Turn it on. Oh, yeah. We have been married 1 month now so far, and everything is still cooking. Woo. And, might I add, it is not going to show us. We will give you another 6 months when we come back. Alan, do you wish she would turn it on, turn it down, turn it around, or turn it off? Turn it on, turn it on. Why would it turn it on? Turn it on. Alan, we have been busy, but, we have got to make sure we get up to 4 times a week as opposed to just 2 times. Yeah. That is a little more than I wanted to know about, but that is okay. Jeff King. Well, Bob, I would have to say turn it on. We have both been working full-time lately, so it has not been what we had expected. Right, I understand. Hey, Kev. Turn it on. You know what I am saying? Because I constantly always want it, all the time. Turn it on, Bob. Yeah. Healthy, red-blooded American fellow there. You know it. Next question, gentlemen. What would your wife say you think is her favorite thing to whine about these days? I want you to whine for us just like she whines at you. Alan. She wants to whine about a job. Alan, I am tired of not working. I need a job. You need a job. Okay, Jeff. Well, I would have to say that she whines about the job that she has. She comes home, and there is always something going wrong there. She is always a little bit too busy, or people are not doing their job. Whines about her job. Yeah. Okay, Kevin. Whine about a job. Is she whining about the one she got, or the one she did not get, or the one she wants, or the one she could not have? All right. Bob, she was whining about the one that she just left. The one she just left. Yes. Okay, good. Jeff. Well, right now, the current thing is a new car. She is whining about her new car. Wants to get a new car, got to go down there, get a new car. Gentlemen, how will your wife say you would complete this sentence? This is you talking. It would not surprise me one bit if I found out that our friend who was living a double life as a stripper. Give me a first name only, please. If you would, please, Jeff King. Well, I would have to say. Your friend who? Devanna. Devanna was living a double life. She has been a friend of Devanna. She has been hanging out a lot in Hollywood lately. Oh, Hollywood. So we are not quite sure what she has been up to. Does she have the equipment to be a stripper? I would say so, sure. Oh, okay. I just thought I would ask. Kevin, you would not be surprised if you found out that our friend who was living a double life as a stripper. Her friend, Laurie. Laurie. Her, because she look nice. She look like she, you know what I am saying. She could be able to move something towards being a stripper. She fine and, you know what I am saying. Tall and sexy. You know what I am saying. Keep it real, Bob. Her friend, Laurie. Does she come over to your house? Yeah, she come over to my house. Yeah. Okay, Jeff. Well, on this one, I would have to say maybe her friend, Michelle. Michelle. Yeah, the reason being is because she is probably the furthest from being a person who would do that. I got you. It would not surprise me. Okay, Alan. Our friend, Nicole. 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 She always kind of wears risque sort of stuff. No. She sort of, like, flashes legs and stuff like that. Do not send her over to Kevin's house. I will tell you. Thank you, gentlemen. We will be right back to reunite these newlyweds. We are going to see how well their husbands have predicted what their wives will say right after these messages. We have recorded your predictions on cards. You now have them flat on your laps. Each time that your prediction matches your wife's answer, you get 5 points, and, son of a gun, it is the couple with the most points at the end of the show that wins that great second honeymoon. So, ladies, we are glad you are back, and here is your first question for 5 points. Tell me, ladies, when it comes to your sex drive, does your husband wish that you would turn it down, turn it around, turn it off, or turn it on? Rosalind. Turn it on. Turn it on. Really? Yes. No kidding. He said he wants you to turn it on. That is right. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Boy, I tell you what, wait till we get to the 10-point questions. You may get lucky. Christy. Oh, turn it on. Turn it on. He said he wants you to turn it on. He said. Carlina, does he want you to turn it down, turn it around, turn it off, or turn it on? Turn it on. Turn it on. He said he wants you to turn it on. Turn it on. Sure. Carlina, does that mean things have been a little slow? Did you say that? I mean, we are very concerned about him. No, I would not say real slow. He said real slow. Real slow. I said from 2 to 4 times a week, you said that. Yeah, but according to Kevin, that is real slow. Right, Kevin. Kelly. I am going to say turn it down. Turn it down. All right. He said he wants you to turn it on. Yeah, we are doing weds. Turn it on. All right, next question. Here is the next one. Ladies, what does your husband think is your favorite thing to whine about these days? And I want you to look at your husband and whine your answer. Look at him, Christy. Tell us what your favorite thing to whine about is. Work. Work. He said you are whining all the time about your job. You got it. Sure. Okay, Carlina, look at him and whine about whatever you are going to whine about. Why do you have to wear those holy drawers? Oh. Wait. Are you telling me that this GQ-dressed guy wears holy underwear? Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. I am so embarrassed. I am embarrassed, too. You ought to be embarrassed. You are wearing them. Do you have them on right now, Alan? No. Not at all. Where are they? They are in the drawer. Those are the, weekend, casual, Yeah. You need air conditioning. We live in Southern California. No. I do not need air conditioning. You need air conditioning. It gets hot down there. You bet. Oh, pardon me. It gets hot down there. Well, it is that 2 to 4 stuff going on in your house. Exactly. Yeah. He thought you would whine, please, about the you need a job. Oh. Kelly, look at him and whine what you are going to whine. Why do you have to drive so slow? Oh. Drives like an old man, does he? All right. Jeff said that you would whine about, I want a new car. That, too. Yeah. Rosalind, look at this big, handsome devil and whine. Yeah, that is right. That is right. What are you going to whine about? I am so fat. My body. You are so fat. My body. You are not fat. Because I just had a baby. You are beautiful. Thank you, Bob. You are so sweet. Yeah. Thank you. But I always whine to him about my body. Yeah. I am sweet, Kev. I am too fat. I am sweet. Do not you forget it. Kev said you would whine about the job that you left. That is what he thought. I was glad I left that job. Okay. Here is another question for you. Ladies, how did your husband complete this sentence? This is him talking. He said, "It would not surprise me one bit if I found out that our friend who was living a double life as a stripper." Carlana, first name only, please. Nicole. Nicole. He predicted you would say it would be Nicole. You got it. Yes. That is the one that comes over your house and shows a lot of leg and all that. Yeah, you know, a little chest. Yeah, he told us all about it. I did not notice it at all. No, I know you did not notice it. Kelly. I am going to say Shane. Shane. All right. Who is Shane? It is his best friend. Oh, really? He thought you would say Michelle. Now, hold on. The reason is nothing surprises me anymore. She would be the furthest person that I would think would do it. So if that happened, it would not surprise me. Shane, yeah, there is pretty good potential for that. Oh, he would do that. Yeah. Rosalind, when I asked your husband this question, he just sparkled. He had an answer just like that. All right. My friend, Lare. Lare. He said it would be Lare. That is right. Yeah. Okay. It would have to be our friend Nick because he stripped at our wedding. Oh, he stripped at your wedding. All right. Obviously, the best man at that wedding. Alan predicted you would say Devana. All right. We will be right back to see how well the wives can predict what their husbands will say right after these messages. Welcome back to the Newlywed game, ladies. Your husbands are now secluded offstage and it is your turn to predict what they will say. Remember, these questions will now be worth 10 points. First one, ladies, which way will your husband say he gets dressed in the morning? Sock, shoe, or sock, shoe. Carlana, how does he get dressed? Sock, shoe, or sock, shoe. Sock, shoe. He does sock, shoe. Yeah. In fact, he puts his shoes on before he puts his pants on. I thought you were going to say he puts his shoes on before he puts his socks on. Holy cow. Christy. Have to be sock, shoe. He is sock, shoe. He has got his routine down. Okay, good. Rosalind. Sock, shoe. He is a sock, shoe guy. Can you imagine somebody just turning the show in right now? Not hearing the question. Sock, shoe. Sock, shoe. Kelly. Sock, shoe. Sock, shoe. Okay. Sock, shoe. Next question, ladies. How will your husband say you would complete this sentence? This is you talking. It seemed like a great idea at the time, but it turned out to be a disaster when we decided to go all the way where. Seemed like a good idea at the time, Rosalind, but it turned out to be a disaster when you guys decided to go all the way where. It had to be a place. Or all the way. Okay. Bob, did he say all the way? Yeah, I think so. Oh. We had to go all the way to the church. No, I think you are missing the question here. When you decided to make whoopee where? Oh. Unless you did it at the church, now, you know. No. At my mother's house. At your mother's house. Where at? My mom is going to know now. Yeah, I know she is going to know. Whereabouts in your mom's house? In my niece's bedroom. Your niece's bedroom. No kidding. Mama. Kelly, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but it turned out to be a disaster when you decided to go all the way where. I am going to say on the beach in Tahiti. On the beach in Tahiti. Why was it a disaster? Because people walked up. Oh. Victory at sea is what you might call it. Carlana. I would have to say on my roommate's couch. On your roommate's couch. Yeah. All right, good. Christy. I am with her. I would have to say at the beach by the Sonofri power plant. And people walked down. At the power plant. That is what you call calling in help, boy, when you need nuclear help. Okay, 25-point bonus question. Ladies, will your husband say that in your kitchen, there are more jars of food, cans of food, bags of food, or boxes of food? Kelly. I am going to say jars of food. Jars. Carlana. Jars, cans, bags, or boxes? Boxes. Boxes. Christy. Cans. Cans. Rosalind. Cans. Cans. Ladies, thank you very much. We will be back with the husbands to compare answers on the Newlywed game right after these messages. Next, Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. 2 great games crammed into 1 fast hour. Later on Classic Concentration, Fast Thinking is the name of the game. Stay tuned. All of our couples have 10 points, except for couple number 4. But you have a chance to catch up here, Jeff and Kelly, do not worry about it. We are going to see how well your wives have predicted what you will say now, gentlemen. And remember, these questions are worth 10 points. So here is our first one. Gentlemen, which way do you get dressed in the morning? Sock, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe. Jeff King, which way do you get dressed? I would definitely say sock, shoe, shoe. You are sock, shoe, shoe. She said you are a sock, shoe, shoe guy. Alan. I would say sock, shoe, shoe. Sock, shoe, shoe. Your wife predicted that you would say you are a sock, shoe, shoe. Yeah. All right, Jeff, here we go. Okay, come on for some points. Sock, shoe, shoe. She said sock, shoe, shoe. What do you think about this, Kev? Sock, shoe, shoe. Would you say that again, please? Sock, shoe, shoe. Sounds like a rap thing, does it not? Yeah. All right, Rosalind said that you are a sock, shoe, shoe. Next question, gentlemen. Gentlemen, how did your wife complete this sentence? This is her talking. It seemed like a great idea at the time, but it turned out to be a disaster when we decided to go all the way where? Sounded like a good idea at the time, Jeff Brown, but it turned out to be a disaster when you and your wife decided to go all the way where? When we decided to go all the way to? No. When you and your wife decided to make whoopee, where? Ah. Yeah, there we go. On the beach. On the beach. All right, she predicted you would say it was on the beach. Yeah, okay. It just was not quite quick in there. You know, it was processing. Yeah, that is okay, you did fine. Kevin, you romantic devil, you. Here we go. Okay. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but it turned out to be a disaster when you and your wife decided to make whoopee, where? Probably at her mother's house. No. Where? At her mother's house. She did not want me to do it to her in her mama's house. No. Yo, hey, Bob, she kept kind of like, you know what I am saying, telling me that it air not right for us to do it, but I told her we are married now, so we can do it anyway. Yeah. So he did it. Where was her mom? Her mom was in the bedroom watching the baby. Yeah, dope clothes and all that, you know what I am saying. Wait a minute, her mom was where? Everybody was, her mom was in the room getting dressed. Oh, no, I cannot. Her mom was in the room getting dressed. Yeah, we was in the room, you know, and she gave us a separate room. So we was up in there, you know what I am saying. Oh, Lord. Getting busy. Do you think her mom would be mad if she found out that you did it at her house? No, I do not think her mother would be mad. As long as she do not know, you know. Oh, yeah. She said it was at her mom's house, yeah. She will not be mad as long as she does not know. Oh, Lord, I want to see this show. Jeff.